Alright, hello to my third commentary. This is Roman Juli versus Macedonia. Let's take a look first. This is my Juli standard loadout. I've got more archers this time. I've got 5 archers and they're actually got good upgrades. And then I've got 3 urban cohorts and the 2 on either side of the Legion Praetorian. 1 Legion and 1 Praetorian on each side. And I have 5 Praetorian Cav, and I've actually got a 4th urban cohort as my general, which I use as a reserve. Yeah, what I did here, this was a pretty close battle as I remember it. He had the Cav advantage, not by much though, enough that I could fight them all if I had to. What he did though is he had the again he had a big archer advantage on me. Well, actually no, did he? Or do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? No, we have pretty even archers. In fact, no, he's slingers, so yeah, his slingers were pretty shit. As I remember, my archers proved to be one of the big deciding factors in this, because they were upgraded quite well and they had a good amount of firepower over his slingers, and I think he was trying to get me to run away here, and he succeeded. But he was just sort of trying to scatter my troops out, which really didn't make much of a difference because his slingers were. I think the problem with slingers, and the reason I don't like them, is that you can only really use them up close. So I mean, if they have no decent archers or cheap enough archers, I'd say don't use slingers, because they're just. I think that if they're used right, they can be effective. Now, something I did silly here is I put these at fire at will, so I wasted some of my Pila in their slingers, but it didn't cost me that much. But now I've got my archers safely protected behind my troops. Quite often, if I find I'm getting overwhelmed by Cav, I'll throw my archers in there. I believe I do that in one of the battles, can't remember which though. He starts to move his troops up, and then I get my troops to throw their Pila. Yeah, here we go. This is where they throw them. Well, somewhere around here anyway. You can see his slingers aren't doing much damage at all, and he may as well just use them to try and attack me. I don't know what I think he tries to flank me here. I'm not sure. Oh, he attacks my right flank. Anyway, yeah, it's sort of trying to split up my troops, but it doesn't work particularly well. In upgraded urban cohorts, not fully upgraded, but sort of medium up, not even that, like a silver attack and bronze defense, urban cohorts will kick the shit out of the pikemen if they've got an advantage. And then obviously I get a few of my horses killed in there, but I managed to get the attack in his horses. And my archers have pretty much done their part now, so I mean they're just sort of back up, they're expendable as far as I'm concerned. There's a big mess of cavalry over here that I'm going to lose because I'm outnumbered, outgunned. I send my archers over. I think this is the battle where I send my archers over to try and help my cav. I think that saves them. Yeah, you see, just this. They actually put up a relatively good fight, and my Praetorian cav hold out because of that. And if you go down here, you can just see 41 defeat. Certain. They're just outnumbered, and my urban cohorts are very good. And now that his cav have sort of gotten in a mix with my cav and my infantry troops, they're gonna just slowly keep going down. His slingers are pretty much just at the back. He does get a good flanking manoeuvre on me here, but I have enough troops that I can still actually fight his cav and his infantry on either side, and I've got my Praetorian cav here, who I think had forgotten about this point. Would have been useful if they'd been charging in earlier, but then they go and they fend off his cavalry. And do pretty well, I might add. You'll notice here now his troops are starting to sort of rout and break off. Not quite caused a mass rout yet, but you can see this is thinning, and he's got like both these troops surrounded, and then he's got them held up in their line, and they're doing well. So I've concentrated quite a few troops here. What I was doing is I was moving my troops in and taking out these sort of weakened, and then I'd move it round and just encircle them, and they put up a good fight as general unit, inspired obviously. You can look at the massive cavalry here. And I may have lost my cavalry, but it was pretty essential to keep his cavalry off the flank of my troops for as long as I could. And by the time they got in, I mean, there was few of them left, and I was murdering his infantry anyway, so I mean, that is, even hit me from behind, he's still, my troops are just going to turn around and kick him off. Look at my archers. There's always one archer unit left. If it wasn't for my number advantage here, his pikemen had a good chance of kicking my ass, but because they're... the thing with pikemen is that when they're like this, they are extremely good, but then once you get to their flank, or like back there, once you get them out of an organised line, they just sort of, they become not frenzied, disorganised, disorientated, and they just sort of, they don't know who to attack. Quite a few times I've had my pikemen sort of break out of their line, and they've been staring at the enemy, or staring away from the enemy and getting hit from behind, and not even paying attention to it.
General is killed. Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts.
Now just got this. I think at this point, actually, it disconnected during the game, which I thought was going to end it and I wouldn't be able to have this replay, but the computer took over, so pretty much it went away at this point, and it was just the AI control now. He'd accepted defeat, but instead of being a man about it and clicking I accept defeat, he just disconnected, which isn't good. So Slinger's actually, the AI does better than he would have, I think. They go on for quite a while, so I'll speed this up. See you can see them just starting to break off as my cavalry. There we go. I deployed 1,323 troops, killing 1,121 of his. He had 1,291, killing 716 of mine. Good game to Insanity or Folly. I don't get it. What is it with people in this game and putting really long caps lock names with weird things in them? At first I was Bob Ballion or something yesterday, and I just changed it to Kalashnikov 96, and I'll keep it like that.